So please subscribe, like, and share this video. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my channel, Professor in Suit. My name is Mr. Akshay. I'll be continuing the EOT General for 11. Okay, so let's straight away dive into it. Okay, so let's do the remaining. The first questions which we did before, the questions which we did before was this one. Remember? The lateral area, the surface area. Okay, so let's continue a little bit more of these questions. Okay, now here, let's do this question. Jaden builds a sphere inside a cube. The sphere fits snugly inside the cube so that the sphere touches the cube at one point each face. The length of edge of each cube. So what's the length given? 2 inch. Okay, so this length of each cube is given as 2 inch. Now what is the surface area of the cube? Now how you find surface area of the cube? They didn't ask for the sphere, they asked for the cube. Now what is the cube? Everybody know what's the cube. Cube is a prism, right? So you have a lateral area and then you have a surface area. Now what is lateral area? We did the lateral area for the prism up. So if you don't remember, go up, see the formula. So for prism, what's the lateral area? PH, and what's the surface area? L plus 2B. Okay, so what is lateral area? PH, but we don't need lateral area, we straight away need surface area. So what's the surface area? L plus 2B. What was lateral area? PH. We'll put it together, times 2 plus 2B. Let me make it little bit less thickness. Okay, now what is P? P is the total. So this 2, this 2, this 2, so everywhere it's 2, 2, 2. So total will be how much? 2 plus 2, 4, 4 plus 2, 6, 6 plus 2, 8. So P is 8. Okay, so P is 8 times the height. The height will also be 2 because the whole edge is 2. So that's times 2 plus 2B. Now what's B? B is the area of the base. Now what's the area of a base? It's a square. How you find area of a square? Length times width. So 2 times 2. Okay, that's it. So that you will have 16 plus 8, 6, 8 to the 4, 4 to the 8, and S 16 plus 8, that's how much? 24. So 24 square inch is the surface area. Understood? Same way. Let's go to the next one. Now here what we need lateral area and surface area of pyramid. What is it? Pyramid. Now for pyramid it's a little bit different. Okay. So lateral area is almost the same like prism, okay, but little bit different. So it's what's the lateral area? Same like prism, but it's just half of PL, half of PL, and what's the surface area? L plus B, not 2B. Again, why? Because there is only one base. You see, same like cone. Okay, so let's go with half of PL. Now, what is P? Again, what's P? Let's use another color. That's okay. So what's P? P is this total perimeter. So that's 6, that's 6, that's 6. So total will be what? Half times 6 plus 6 plus 6, that's 18. Okay. Wait, I'll write down the formula so that's easy. Half PL. So it's half times what's P? 6 plus 6 plus 6. All perimeter plus. That's 18 times L. L is the slant height. How much is the slant height given? 8. Okay, so it's half times 18 times 8. So what is half times 18 times 8? Put it in the calculator. So that's 1 over 2 times 18 times 8. Was the answer 72. So that's the lateral area. Okay, so what's the lateral area? 72 square feet. Once you find the lateral area, what we need to find the next? Surface area. How you find surface area? The surface area formula is what? L plus B. L plus B. Now, L you know, but what is B? B is the area of this base. Now, what is this base? Can I say this base is a triangle? Okay, where its base length is 6, but we don't know the height. So let's put this as height h. But whenever you put perpendicular bisector, this is 6, this gets divided. So this whole is 6, and this will be how much then? 3. Okay, the half. So how will you find this h? Everybody will know. Whenever you have 90, what do you use? A, B, C. Now where to put A, where to put B, where to put C? C, you always put it opposite 90. So that's your C. And rest everywhere A and B. Okay. So A and B position doesn't matter, but C does matter. So A square plus B square equal C square. So what is A? 3 square. What is B? Your H, that's X square. And what is C? 6 square. Okay. Now put it in the calculator, do shift solve. So it's 3 square plus alpha x square equal 6 square. Okay. Shift solve equal. So 5.19, that's 5.2. So that's your x. So x, your height is how much? 5.2. So that's your height. So find the area B. So what will be B? B is the area of the triangle. That's half times base times height. So that's how much? Half times base. Base is what? Your 6. The base 6 times the height. Height is what? 5.2. So how much this will be? So that's 3, 3 to the 6, 5 to the 15. So it's 15.6. That's your B. Put it over here. So your surface area will be L, that's 72 plus 15.6. So how much would be the surface area? That's 87.6 square feet. Understood how to find? Okay, so that's how you do for pyramid. So this is the formula for pyramid. Okay, that's the lateral area and that's the surface area. Don't worry, I'll make a video at the end which shows all the formulas. Okay, and I'll share the paper also over there, PDF, for you to refer. Let's go to the next one, surface area of the sphere. Now we didn't do sphere till now. So what's the surface area for sphere? What's the rule? So its kanun is 4 pi r square. What's the formula for surface area? 4 pi r square. 4 pi. What's the r over here? 7.1. That's its square. Put it in the calculator. So you have 4, you have pi, and you have bracket 7.1 square. Okay. I need point 633.47. But what we want? Nearest tenth. So after point only one number. So we don't want this 7. So when we cancel, we'll round off and this 4 will become 5. So what we have? 633.5. So 633.5 square millimeter. Okay. That's the surface area. So we're finished with surface area now. Let's go to the new part which is called volume. What we'll do now? Volume. Now for volume, again there's a different kind of formulas. Volume of prism, volume of pyramid. Okay, so that's a different formula. Let's start with volume of prism. I'll write down over here. I'll use another color. It's green. Okay. So for prism, we are talking about volume. What's the volume? Volume is given by BH. What's is given by BH? In the same way for pyramid, what do you think? What will the volume? 1 over 3 BH. 1 over 3 BH. Because pyramid, you see, if I take a prism, like a square box, okay, you see, I'll just give an example why it's 1 over 3 BH. Okay. So in case you guys find it difficult to remember formula, I'll just give an example why it is. So prism is B times H. That's the base times the height. Okay, so the prism is something which remains constant throughout. If the base is this, it remains constant throughout. So that is called prism. Like if I take a cube, you see. Okay, so if I take a cube like this, okay, so if I take this base, now this base is constant throughout its height. So I just multiply this b with edge. So it covers. When you multiply, it covers. So you see, so that's prism. So the volume becomes b times h. Same way, if I talk about pyramid something which is the base is not same throughout, rather it is becoming less. So you see, if the base is this, the pyramid will go like this, right? Yes or no? It will become like a triangle. Yes. So you see, in the same prism, how many triangles can I have? I can have one here, I can have two here, and I can have three here, right? Yes or no? So if I want the volume of one pyramid, I have to do one third. I have to do one third. Understood? That's why the pyramid is 1 over 3. Okay, so it's just for an understanding purpose, like why this formula is derived. Okay, now let's go to this question. The first thing you need to find, what is this? Is it a prism? Is it a pyramid? Because in the question they will not give you, oh, find the volume of this prism, find the volume of this pyramid. By figure, you have to find out. If the base remains constant throughout, that's prism. Like here, you see, this triangle is the base, it goes constant throughout prism. The triangle is the base, constant throughout prism. Triangle is the base, constant throughout prism. Here, square is the base, but it's becoming small. So that's a pyramid. Understood? Here also, you see, it's becoming pyramid. This also becoming pyramid. Okay. So 9 and 11 and 12 is pyramid, the rest of them are prism. Okay. So let's do this prism. So let's do the first prism. So what's the volume? BH. What's B? The base. Now let's take this as the base. What is this base? You see, this is a triangle, right? That's 13. So find the area of the base. How you find the area of the base for a triangle? That's your height. This length you know. You don't know this length. You know this length, 13. How much is this length? How will you find A, B, C? This your C, this your B, this your A. Find A, B, C. A square plus B square equal C square. Okay. What's A? We don't know. X square. What's B? 5 square and then 13 square. So what you will do? X square plus 5 square equal 13 square. Do shift solve. 12. So what you get? 12. So x is what? 12. So that's your base. So that's your, this one is 12. So what's the base area? Half into 12 into 5. So that's your, this area of the base. Because it's a triangle, so its area will be half of BH. That's 2, 6, 6, 5 is 30. So B is what? 30. Once you know B 30, put it back here. And what's the height? The height is this. Because it's going towards it. The base is going towards this, like this, right? So that's 3. So what's the volume? 30 times 3. So what's the volume? 90 cubic meter. Okay, so the volume is always denoted by cubic. Okay, so that's cubic meter. So it's an easy way. This also the same triangle. Will not do it again. I want you guys to pause and then solve. For this, I'll take this as a triangle, same way. That's your 90, that's a 16. First find this. Once you find this, find the area for this base by this way and then times with the height. Okay. So pause the video and try this. Let's go to the next one. Question 8. Question 8 I'll do. It's the same way. Okay, so this is the triangle. So this is your 12. For triangles area, we need the other height also, this also. Okay, so again we'll use the same way. C, A, B, same rule. A square plus B square equals C square. X square plus 12 square equal 13 square. So only thing I need to change here, it's 12. Okay, so shared solve, that's 5. So what's the height? 5. So that's your 5. So once you know this, the area of the triangle, the base will be what? Half times 5 times 12. Okay, because for area of the triangle we always do this times this. Okay, the two sides, we don't talk about the hypotenuse. Okay, so what we'll do in that case, so 6 6 5 the 30. Oh, here also it's 30. So B is 30. What's your volume? B times H. So that's 30 times H. Now what is the H? The height. How much is it? 25. So what's 30 times 25? I think 750. The volume will be 750 cubic meter. Okay. For volume we always put cubic. Okay. For volume we always put cubic. Whatever is the unit given, meter, we'll write meter after it. Whereas for surface area, you see, for surface area, whenever we talk about area, we put square, and then the unit, what is the unit here? Millimeter, we put millimeter. Okay, so that's how you do it. Okay, let's go to the next question. Question 9. Now that's a pyramid. Okay, so that's a pyramid. Now let's do this pyramid. What's the formula for pyramid? 1 over 3 bh. 1 over 3 bh. So that's the formula. 1 over 3 bh. Its volume is 1 over 3 bh. Now what's the b? B is this base area. Now that's like, it looks like a square. Okay, so what's the square base area? Just length times width. So what's it? 5 times 5. That's how much? 25. And what's the height given? This. What is it? 8. That's it. Put it back. So your volume, it's very easy. 1 over 3 times 25 times 8. How much will it be? 1 over 3 times 25 times 8. So what's the answer? 16.666. What we need? Nearest tenth. So what we get? 1666. Sorry. 66.66. So we want nearest tenth. So we don't want this number. So this will become what? 7. 66.7. Again, cubic because volume, and then the unit is feet. So cubic feet. Understood? That's how you do it. Easy peasy. Let's do one more question for pyramid. Okay, let's do this one. This you can do it. It's the same. Now I want you guys to pause the video. Okay, and same like this, try this question. Okay, same. Let's go to the next one. Question 11. The question 11 is the same way. What's the formula for V? 1 over 3 BH. B is what? The base area. Okay, and height, you know, that's 6. But this base, it's like a 1 2 3 4 5. It's a pentagon. What is it? A pentagon. A pentagon means what? We have to solve it like a polygon. We have to solve it like a polygon. Now for the area for polygon, what is it? Half A N S. Remember? So what's A? A is the triangle. Okay, so if I take in the middle, if I draw like this, that's the A. Okay, so A we don't know, N we know, that's the side. How many sides are there? 5. And what is the S? 4. I know. Now let's take this triangle. Okay, so we know this total is 4. So how much will be this? 2. We need to find this A. For that, first we need to find the central angle. How much is the central angle? Not here. We'll need to find the same central angle here. What is the central angle? Okay. So central angle was the formula 360 over 5. How much is 360 over 5? I think 72. Yes, 72. That's 72. If the whole is 72, how much will be half? 36. Okay, so you know this, you know 2, you need to find this. So what is this? This is your opposite, and that's your adjacent. Opposite and adjacent, which kanun? To tan. So I'll use tan 36. Right, I'll write down here now. So tan 36, opposite, that's 2 over adjacent, that's A. Okay, that's your x. Put it in the calculator, go to shift solve. So tan 36, close bracket, equal to over alpha x. Shift solve equals. So what you get? 2.75. So that's your A. So what you get? A is what? 2.75. That's it. Put it back here. Okay. So what you get? B. 1 over 2. 2.75 times 5 times 4. How much is the answer? 1 over 2 times 2.75 times 5 times 4. What do you get answer? 27.5. So that's your B. Okay. So B is what? 27.5. So what's your volume? 1 over 3 times B times H times 27.5 times H, that is 6. So 1 over 3. So what do you do? 1 over 3 times 27.5 times 6. What's the answer? 55. So what's your volume? 55 cubic inch. Okay, that's how you do it. Thank you for everyone for watching. Hope you love it. Okay, so that's how you do it. So this is how you do it. So for volume, you do it in this way. Okay, the next question we will do it in the next period. Thank you. Bye bye. Masalama.